Good afternoon from the Second Age of Reason. On this winter solstice 2014, we're here to talk about a certain topic. This is actually part 2 of 2 in regard to Israel recently wanting to declare itself, if they haven't already, declared themselves a Jewish state. This part of the discussion is a little bit different. In the prior one, I talked about the human rights and some of the other political things about it. But now I want to give you the American angle on it. Because we as America, we pride ourselves on having freedom of religion and that all men are created equal. And although some people would say we're a Christian nation, we don't have an official Christian religion like England does, or Germany, or Norway, or Russia. So we are technically a secular state. It was meant to be a secular state that would allow all to live happily and prosper. It should be whether you're any religion, whether you're any race, whether you're any sex, whether you're of any particular association, like in a union or in a club or whatever. But we have this thing called the Constitution. And now, to me, the Constitution is a more of a living document than an actual foundation document. The foundation document was the Declaration of Independence. That's the one that draws the line in the sand and says, this is us. We are now separate as America. But the Constitution laid down the groundwork, the foundation of our laws. And amongst that, we're like at a certain point of an anniversary of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights that is in the Constitution. The Bill of Rights, which are the first several amendments to it, are additions to the Constitution. And the First Amendment, namely, the freedom of speech and the press, freedom of religion, freedom of association, of redress of grievances and all that, that's the First Amendment. And what's called freedom of religion is kind of in a sentence grouping that says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Which is probably why religions are not taxed. They often go tax-free. So that kind of makes sense. And secondly, you don't want a religion controlling your government in any way. So that's why it's talking about not passing any laws respecting a religion or an establishment of religion. Now, in this context, I wish to put forth now Israel declaring themselves a Jewish state, and Judaism is a religion, which to me is saying that Israel, or I sometimes call them Israelstein, has now declared themselves to be an establishment of religion. And at some point, if and when they rebuild their temple, they will be an establishment of religion. And so I merely want to point out to our government, to Congress, that all of these things you have done to support Black country, in terms of financial support, in terms of arms support, in terms of food support, or any other kind of support you give them, is probably not valid under the First Amendment of our Constitution because it's a religious establishment. And I'm not just picking on them. I hold that true for Christian states and Islamic states and even states that are like officially atheist states. An establishment of religion is an exclusionary thing that we have chosen not to have in our society and not to support in any way. That's why we have it in our Constitution. And so I think we need to rethink the whole thing now that a country is officially coming out and saying, hey everyone, we're an establishment of religion. And now that you are, America may have to say, I'm sorry, but we don't support establishments of religion. We do not respect them as part of us, otherwise we would be seen as being behind an establishment of religion. Now I know they're not going to change anything, but I'm just pointing it out so that you can see the writing on the wall. And there are Christian establishments of religion that are countries, such as England and Germany and Norway. They each have their state church. Even Russia and their Orthodox church. There's nothing in their constitution that draws a separation like that. And their president and politicians work together with their Orthodox church to provide a coherent social support system in their society. And that's the way it was designed to be. It's not America. It's not meant to be America. So you could see Mr. Putin in church, and that's totally normal now. But then you have to then say, why are we having these things where we're respecting an establishment of religion? Or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. And some might even say the sanctions against Russia, because Russia is also an establishment of religion, Christian religion. How does that set with you, that Russia is a Christian nation officially, where America is not? I know that kind of goes against the hypocrisy of the day, but I'll leave that with you in closing. Comment below if you care to. It's always welcome. And until later, we'll be seeing you.